Welcome back to Resource Radio. Another week of beautiful weather here in Phoenix. I'm sitting here next to Ryan Parker. How are you, Ryan?
Good, and yourself, Darren?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
What do we have in store for today?
Oh, today we have the lovely Rita Hudgens in, and we are going to be talking about the importance of work and home life balance.
Very important. I don't
Very
think, is that
zen-like.
obtainable, Rita?
Absolutely.
It is. All right. Well,
Yes.
she's going to fill us in on the secrets and make everybody happy today.
So, Darren, tell me, what happened last week, man? You and I didn't get a chance to connect a lot last week, so give me the skinny.
Got a lot going on. I walked into a wall recently, so I'm feeling a little scabbed up on my forehead. And
Oh, you mean literally, not figuratively?
Literally, yeah,
okay.
not personalized. Yeah, nothing Rita can help me with. This one would require a little ballet teacher or something.
I can do that too. Tara.
So, were you just drinking or
I
looking
was
down?
stone sober. I was walking up some lawn pavers, watching to make sure I stepped on those, and just as I got to a sidewalk, I went to put my foot up, looked up, and he had an arched concrete thing in front of his house that the path kind of diverted me off about a foot, which was enough that I literally, I was actually lucky I wasn't over probably an inch or two, because then I would have caught the edge of that thing right on my forehead and probably lit it up.
I had that experience in college. I was a little having some fun, and I jumped into a door frame.
Probably would have felt
10
better for
stitches
me.
later in my forehead. Yeah.
I seriously looked
I get
around
it.
like I got sucker punched by someone.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
What happened?
You know how to now what you say when someone asks you what happened. You say, "If I look this bad, you should see the other guy."
Yeah.
that's your. That's
I
your
was
way
trying
out
to think
that
of some
one.
cool story, like I protected somebody in a parking lot or something, but it didn't work.
Oh, really?
So I went with the shark story.
Oh, what you need to do is you need to keep
surfing.
the Captain America outfit in the back of your truck. So like when someone asks you
A
what
ripped
happened-
one to make
Yeah,
it look like-
right on the forehead. So going into the holidays, I think that's one of the topics. The reason why Rita's here is because we're going to the holidays, and for entrepreneurs, it's very hard to find the good balance between dealing with our businesses and our home life. Because during the holidays, we know we get the flood of aunts and uncles and grandparents and siblings, and everybody starts showing up, but yet we still have all these responsibilities as business owners to keep managing our business. And Rita owns Open Door Life Coaching, and she is an excellent life coach. She's helped me out throughout the past year since we've been connected. She's helped me out immensely. And I know just she has such a good balance in her life. I mean, you're a Pilates teacher, you own your own business, you have kids, you have a son that is just avid into baseball, and you're with him constantly. You have the perfect balance between
work and life.
And so
You need to have Ryan write your profile page.
No, no, it's not that. It's just, when you're an observer of people, you notice things. And I've seen that about you, and you just have that. I mean, when I go to the gym, you're at the gym, and I'm like, damn, Rita's always here, but yet she still seems to get everything done in her business. Where I feel like I go to the gym, I get in, I'm like scatterbrained, trying to figure out where I'm at and stuff like that. How have you done it?
Oh, well, thank you for the kind words, Ryan. That's wonderful of you to say. And it gets hairy, and I do have a lot of plates that I'm constantly just spinning. And there was a time when I felt like everything was falling. And through the process of life coaching, finding out about myself and finding out how to make things work, it is possible to be able to to have a career, to have family, to have children. I'm a single mom, and just balancing schedules.
So you're still finding time to have children?
Well,
just clarify.
Uncomfortable silence. If Adam had a microphone right now, he'd be chiming in.
come on, Adam. You
Sorry.
want my mic? You wanna
Rita,
defend me here?
that's why I'm here, Rita.
I know, dude.
Okay.
I know. I've been on this rodeo with you before.
But as a life coach, and if you were talking to a business owner and they're having some issues with that, trying to figure out where do they draw the line? Because for me, I just find that I have trouble just shutting it off. I mean, it's honestly just turning the switch off. I mean, it's the weirdest thing. Like, I'll be with family, and I've been blessed with the greatest wife from the standpoint that she actually will let me be like that without taking it personally. She knows that that's just part of my personality, but I have so much trouble even when I'm with family turning off my work brain. It's the weirdest thing, and it's just how I'm made. But I need to figure out how to make that work better. But as an entrepreneur, I feel like I just don't have enough time in the day to do all the things I need to do. And that's really what it comes down to. So, what tools do you have that you would recommend with someone that literally feels like they're just so overwhelmed with their business and they can't feel like they can step back? How do you talk them down off the ledge when it comes to that kind of stuff?
Well, I would ask you, Ryan, what do you feel motivates you? What drives you? That's a good starting point.
Yeah.
What's the driving force behind that?
As far as for me? Mm-hmm. Oh, man, the driving force behind me is probably I don't like to fail. I think that's it. For me, it's always about trying to create success. And I think the thing for me, too, is I'm very passionate about creating success for those around me as well. So for me, I might not always be thinking about my business, but I'm thinking about everybody else's stuff as well. And so it's kind of one of those things. And I know that, I am a people pleaser and I have a caretaker mentality. It's one thing I've learned about myself over the years. So it's hard because when you're a caretaker people pleaser and all you want is success for yourself and everybody else, it's almost like it's constant. You almost feel like you're constantly having to push the weight forward, and it's just kind of a weird thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, for me, that's what it would be.
Right. And so, you've just revealed a lot about yourself. Just the drive, sometimes the fear of failure.
Yeah.
What happens when you fail?
Me?
Yeah, let's let you chime in, Darren, because I don't want to field that one.
I was waiting for a subject to come up that I could talk about.
We're not talking about your dating life, Darren.
No, seriously. For someone that's been
Whoa. Darren, I'm also a relationship coach.
Oh,
We can switch gears anytime in that direction.
no. Oh, that's okay.
you notice
No.
how all of a sudden this room got about 20 degrees hotter, and all the guys in here are sweating. We're all just like, oh my God, what just happened?
She's talking personal now here, right?
Okay.
Oh. All right. For me, I think Ryan probably is going to tell you that works pretty good for him, and for me, it's establishing that base because I'm also starting my own business too as well recently. So for me, it's falling down and not staying down. Everybody's allowed their moment of whatever it is, regret or sadness after something bad happens. But if you dwell on that, and I know this from experience, that you'll stay in that rut as well. So it's good to surround yourself with positive people. That's really probably the easiest thing to do, is surround yourself with the right kind of people with the right attitude because that rubs off.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I think. So
Absolutely. And the danger with entrepreneurs is they do think they have to do everything by themselves.
Yeah.
And they need to have connections. Exactly what you said.
well, and it also creates problems in that. Well, for me, because everything is everything's starting right now. So I'm doing a million things in my head, from website work to SEO to how am I going to market it to financing and and all this other stuff. So all of that weighs on you when you're supposed to be sleeping at night, and I go to bed thinking about it and I wake up thinking about it. So I think it really can ruin your sleep patterns too as well without even knowing it. You wake up tired and whatever else. So I think it does help you to kind of release some of those demons, so to speak, to be able to get centered again.
Kathy nudges me and she's like, "You're negotiating in your sleep again." she's like, "You're getting angry." Wait, you're not getting angry. You're trying to close the deal, and she realizes it. And it's kind of sad.
You wake up with your little card book underneath your arm.
No, I'm not. I'm not that married to my work. I don't go to bed with my networking book in my hands, Darren. If I did that, someone definitely needs to.
Yeah, you'd be
to
in
help
trouble
me out.
then. Yeah, you'd be in trouble.
Getting back to your initial question, Rita, I think my fear of failure comes down to I don't let it go. So I keep trying to push forward, and what happens is when I keep pushing forward, it ends up being a detriment to those things that are positive happening because I will shift my focus on trying to make something work that maybe is not supposed to work. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just not in the grand scheme of things supposed to be there. And that's kind of why my fear of failure is I know that I don't let things go a lot. I bulldog it. I grab onto the ankle and I don't let go. And it's a horrible personality trait to have from that standpoint, because I've learned over the years that I have to start letting go of some control, you know. And Paul and I have had that conversation a lot, and especially from a spiritual standpoint, that not everything's in your control, you know. That you know, God will put things in your life and give you, you know, will not give you things because it's not right. It's not in the plan. And so I've had to really work on that.
And Ryan, just as someone who works for you, I appreciate you taking the collar off me, because the shocking all that to have me come in and stuff.
Oh, you mean I didn't give you a big enough radius?
Yeah, that's it.
Every time you hit the fence area, it just kind of zapped you.
You could have increased a little farther west than the one.
Well, you know what?
That's all I'm saying.
Well, I could have made it worse, Darren. Every time you didn't make a phone call, I could have shocked you with the remote, but you know. So, yeah. So, tell us, Rita, of your customer mix, how many of them do you find being entrepreneurs that kind of fit into this model?
Oh, many.
Really?
Very many have that entrepreneurial spirit. Some are a mix, because you can have like a CEO executive that has an entrepreneurial spirit, where CEO are more in leadership or management, and more
They're the
people.
driver, really, for the business, the figurehead.
Yes, and then you have your leader, and you have your intellectual, you have your creative person, you have your parent. And like I said, all of these can mix, but some of the traits are more dominant than others.
Do you see a difference between men and women as to how they sometimes delve into their work life and you know, maybe forget their home life? Is there a difference, or do you see men and women equally have to deal with this problem?
I really see that women have it, generally speaking, because I don't like to put people in pegs
Yeah.
or in boxes, but generally speaking, women seek out help first.
Sooner, yeah. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
They really do. Where men have that mentality, I've got to forge ahead. I don't want to fail.
Yeah, we're pig-headed. I'll just be honest.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but
We don't give up our secrets, so we're in a fetal position in the corner with a thumb in our mouth.
Yeah,
And finally, okay.
Uncle.
You do that?
No.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure, because if you do that, have someone send a picture of that to me.
And I won't say anything about Adam either.
Probably a smart move.
Yeah. So, Darren, what do you think? I mean, you're just getting going with PCRX, so you have this new business that's blossoming, and you're getting it going, and you have a past history, you know, doing computer repair
Right.
and stuff like that. What do you see, you know, for you? What are some of the issues you're confronted with now with balancing, you know, starting the new business and your home life? I mean, because like you said, it does wear on
Well,
your sleeve.
it really helps that I'm single. So really, my only family attachment are my children and my grandkids. So it keeps it easy, because you know I don't have to answer to them for anything. So I can show up and be the grandpa and be the dad, and they enjoy me, and then I can, you know, leave that situation and I can go deal with business. So I don't have to deal with someone at home that I have to be home to every night, or have to be going to bed at a certain time because I'm up doing, you know, invoices or whatever it is, you know.
But what about, you know, what are you planning for the future? Like, how are you planning on when you get into your next relationship? And
Oh man, you know that is so far ahead. I can't even plan that until I get everything else.
I'm trying to dig here, Rita. I'm trying to dig here.
Let's try.
I have a relationship readiness questionnaire. I'll email you.
Here's what I
No, do it right here. I like this live air stuff. I had to air my laundry on air.
I'll give you some. Lately, it's been a lot about my faith. So I believe things have happened very quickly for me in the last couple of weeks, and I've had people extend their hand to help me in this situation that people I've known for years outside of Explead. You guys have been just immensely great for me on this venture. But I have some personal friends too that are helping me out, that are just like, hey, help you move, or
Yeah.
I'll come over and help you paint. And I mean, that's nice. I didn't ask, I didn't hint. I didn't, oh man, I've got so much work today. It was, they offered. So
Right.
I find my faith is really what's kind of dragging me along here. So if faith can create my small business, faith is going to put that person in front of me when the time is right. So in my opinion, I'm not actively looking or pursuing or any of that for my personal life.
Right.
Right now it's all business. And,
But
and so when that improves, then my personal life will improve. And I have no business, and I'm sure Rita will chime in and say I'm correct. I have no business being in a relationship with somebody until my own life is in order, and it's on that path.
But I think you have to prepare for that scenario now before your business gets going. So
how do you prepare for it?
I don't know. Rita, tell us give us some ideas on how you prepare.
Yeah, tell me how to
yourself.
prepare for my
You prepare
new
exactly.
super girlfriend.
You be the super boyfriend. I mean, you be.
I think the ladies already know that.
That's how you prepare. And what I have my clients do too, I have them look at where they're at right now,
Right.
and the circumstances that they're in, whether relationships, job, etc., and then go back and look over the past 2 years. What decisions did they make to have them be where they are right now? So normally we don't look back a lot in life coaching, because life coaching is based on the
moving
present
forward.
and the future and on strengths. But sometimes you have to look back to say,
Reflect
gosh,
a little.
But to fix
yeah,
something maybe,
yeah,
or
so
see where we went wrong.
Yeah, okay, am I still making those decisions?
Right.
Do I need to have some shifts here? Do I
Completely
need to
agree.
make some adjustments? And basically being the person that you want to be, not for someone else, but for yourself.
Well, you know, Ryan's been a big help on that because he's been a big drive behind this as well
Really?
as you have. No, I mean,
Okay.
they were great for me, helped me market it and get a website going, and the time that they put in. I'm totally grateful for them. I don't know how I'm ever going to thank them for it. Paul as well, sitting over there, has put a lot in it, you know, and everybody's open for questions. So it's been really good because I'm on the inside, and fortunately, I'm getting the benefits of Explio that most people have to come to us and get. And so now I'm getting it
awesome.
first. In fact, I was going to think maybe we should do some like business shows or something on my business and, you know, do the levels like maybe since we're starting. I guess we can talk about that off air.
You
It's
lost
always
me,
a
yeah.
conversation here.
Yeah,
at
you
Explio.
lost. I say you lost me, Darren, but I'm totally cool with it.
But see, Ryan, there you go. You talk about, you know, your life and the things that drive you, but there's a testimony to what you do. And I know, and just knowing you over the past few years and what you've done for me and what you do for our BNI group.
Does it for everybody.
You do it for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, but you want to be able to know when to say no and, you know, maybe redefine what's
After my stuff is done.
After
After my stuff is done.
the caveat, and
Then
what's funny
say
is
no
that's the
to
caveat with everybody. After I'm done, then you can turn it off.
and just redefine what you consider failing. I think
Yeah.
that's huge in
Yeah.
your life, is just to redefine that and look at your successes.
Yeah, I think that's one of my biggest problems is when I have a success, I don't focus on it very long after it's done. I move on to the next thing. And so for me, a success is just something that gets done and then I just keep going. It's kind of a
Squirrel.
yeah, not like that though.
No?
I'm not
No, okay.
that bad. I'm not like the dog in Up where I'm like looking around. Not
Read it. You haven't seen that movie?
Oh, you gotta
There's
see
a dog
Up.
that's like got ADD and he'll be like talking, squirrel.
and like a squirrel run by. Yeah. But it's one of those things that I think that's my issue is I don't focus on the success enough to actually get the benefit of it and actually enjoy it. So, well, I think we have to head to break here. We'll come back. We'll be talking more about work, life, home life balance in just a minute.